Hello, YouTube. Okay. Uh, time for my review of Creature Commandos, episode 3 of 7. Now, I say 3 of 7 because there are going to be 7 episodes total, and this is number 3. So yeah, let's get to it. This episode primarily primarily focuses on GI Robot, who we get basically we learn his backstory, and the first 2 episodes, each episode so far is focusing on a different character. The the first episode obviously told us. Um, was basically the first episode basically explained, like how they first got together, um, like how they first got together, and we got, introduced to, each character and stuff like that. That's primarily what the first episode was about. It was more like setting up, these, these characters and how they got together. That's primarily what that episode was about than the plot. Um, the second episode, we learned the bride's backstory, the bride of Frankenstein, and now we're learning the backstory of GI Robot, who we learn is who we learn was created during World War II, specifically to kill Nazis. Um, and so we learned that he he basically won the war for them. Basically, um, he basically won the war for them. He took out basically like all the Nazis and just basically won the battle for them basically. Um, and we also learn why um, GI Robot was imprisoned, and it's because spoilers. It's because he killed he murdered basically a bunch of innocent people thinking that they were Nazis. He's unable. GI Robot is basically the way that he's programmed, the way, because his programming was to kill Nazis. That's basically, that's all he knows. Um, so he's always talking about, killing Nazis, and, like, even though the war ended, like 20 years ago, or whatever, that's all he knows. Because that's obviously, that's what he was, specifically programmed to do. Um, and, um, so he basically, he can't get that, like out of his, out of his system. But he was sent to prison for killing a bunch of, innocent people thinking, that they were Nazis, basically. Um, this show is, I know I said this, in my review of the first 2 episodes already, but this show is so creatively bankrupt and so, um, the humor is just it's like I said in my review of the first 2 episodes. It's so James Gunn, and James Gunn, really my biggest issue with James Gunn is that he can't get out of his own way. He can't get out of, that filthy, disgusting pedophile type, humor. And, that's all he knows how to do. And um and it's just it's getting so old, and it's, and especially in this, for a show that um especially, for a show like this that is um that is aimed, specifically towards, adults basically. But because, in addition to all of, like the enormous amount of like blood and gore and guts and, and everything like that, you also have, like that narcissistic, sex obsessed pedophile humor that, that James Gunn is known for. Um, and it's just, it's disgusting. And again, it's not, what the DC brand stands for. It's not, um, it's not what the DC brand, represents. Um, and James Gunn, in his mind, he's not, he doesn't take any of this seriously, and he should be. He should be taking it seriously, because there are plenty of comic book storylines out there who take there are plenty of storylines out there in the comics that that take it seriously, that do take this stuff seriously. It's the um if you don't have that, um if you don't have like that real life, if you don't have like that real like if you don't have like that real life, like conflicts to it that add like the emotion and the the emotion and the tension and the like that emotional sense that tugs at your heartstrings, whether it's a family tragedy, um or whatever it is. If you don't have stuff like that, you don't have a story. You don't have, adding in the adding in this type of low level, adding in this type of like low level humor, it detracts from the story. It detracts from the story, and it detracts from a story, and it also detracts from being able to give a shit about these characters. Like I'm watching, like when I was watching when I was watching the first two episodes, literally like 5-10 minutes in, I was like, I already 5-10 minutes in, I was already like, I already hate this. I already have no reason to care about these characters. And it's the way, and it's the way that James Gunn does, um it's something that James Gunn puts into literally everything that he writes. And it's and in a way, it's exhausting. It's it's the um it's the same thing that Marvel does these days with all the with all the shit they're putting out. They look for that they look for the easy way out. They look for to put in as many jokes as possible, jokes that don't even land anymore. And um and they and it takes away from from story and character development, and and all those important aspects that go into writing. And um it's just yeah, this is just this is just so ridiculous. It's not even worth watching. I'm going to continue watching it and reviewing it just for you guys. Um but yeah, no, this is garbage. This is um something else I didn't talk about, but I meant to talk about in the first two in my review for the first two episodes is the voice acting. The voice acting is, I mean, it depends. Frank Grillo, who is usually a good actor in live action, um, his voice work in this is, yeah, I guess you could say average. It's definitely not great. Um, the Bride of Frankenstein, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. The actress for the Bride of Frankenstein, she's good. Um, um, Alan Tudyk is probably the best voice actor in this. Who does he play? Hang on, guys. I'm just gonna look this up. Um, I just want to see who he plays. I want to say he plays GI Robot, but I don't think that's right. Um, okay, yeah, Dr. Phosphorus. Yeah, he's really good. He voiced the Joker he voices the Joker in the Harley Quinn animated series. So he's probably the best actor in this. Sean Gunn as Weasel. Um, I mean, again, James Gunn sticks him in literally everything that he does, and it's exhausting. Um, Weasel kind of pisses me off in this because literally all he does, because and this is James Gunn's humor. This is the thing that I can't stand. He literally all Weasel does in this is puke and piss, uh, and when he pukes, he'll literally lick up his own vomit. It's disgusting. But again, it's all that James Gunn knows how to do, and he can't get out of his own way. He can't take this stuff. Um, he can't take this stuff seriously, and it's just it's more proof that he doesn't give that he literally doesn't give a single shit about the source material or the characters or now 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 me personally, I have never read Creature Commandos. However, um there are obviously, a lot of comics out there that that I haven't read. However, the comics that I have read, I can tell you for a fact that those stories, that those stories take themselves seriously. Like Batman the Long Halloween, you know, takes itself seriously. Batman, Year One takes itself seriously. Superman for All Seasons takes itself seriously. Green Lantern Secret Origin takes itself seriously. You see what I mean? So, this is James Gunn's thing. It's like everything has to be a joke to him. And I'm sick of it. Um I'm sick of it. You know, from what I understand, he did say that Superman is relatively serious. Yeah, relatively serious. Take that, however you will. But but I just, the guy just, literally all the guy does is lie and lie and lie and lie. And it's just, it's literally impossible to take anything that he says seriously because, literally all he does is lie. Um, but yeah, no, this show is garbage. And part of me doesn't understand why I'm even, torturing myself, uh, like this to, you know, to just, sit and watch it. Um, I can guarantee that this is not going to get a second season because it's not, because like I said in my first, review of this, it is not doing as well, as they're saying it is. Um, and yeah, but yeah, no, let me know what you guys think. Let me know, um, let me know, what you think of the show. Like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.